Voice of College Football, breaking down each team across America. We'll get to as many as possible, breaking down position by position. We head toward Clemson, looking to get back to the college football playoffs. Still, of course, defending ACC champions. We got our guy, Jason Priester, on the line. AllClemsonTigers.com is your destination for Clemson football coverage there. All right, Jason, everybody's wanted to see Cade Klubnik. We got bits and pieces last year. We got a full game in the Orange Bowl, of course. He came in, based on my recollection, against Syracuse. Got a lot of credit for that win, but other things were going on there. And, of course, relieved DJ Uiagalelei a number of times. But this is the guy. And, what is your thought about how prepared he is? Because at times he looked prepared last year. At other times he looked a bit overwhelmed.
Yeah, I thought he looked like, a freshman at times last year, which was not surprising considering, some of the stuff we heard from the coaching staff, some of the people I had talked to off the record. It just looked like a freshman. Maybe needed a year to get fully acclimated. I think Cade Klubnik is going to take a big jump in his development between his freshman year and this sophomore year that's coming up, especially now with Garrett Riley in charge. He's kind of a quarterback whisperer, if you will. There's just a lot of things to like about the way Cade Klubnik fits into what Garrett Riley wants to do on offense. For me, the biggest thing with Klubnik is, he's got to stay healthy. Clemson's got another former five-star on the roster in Chris Vizina, but he's just a true freshman. And I think he's another guy that's going to need a season. Not sure he's going to be ready to start. It'll be interesting to see how it plays at that backup spot behind Klubnik. Hunter Helms held on to that role throughout the spring. You got Paul Tyson, who transferred in during the offseason. He was banged up during the spring, so we didn't see any of him. But it'll be interesting to see that battle at backup will be one to watch during fall camp. But, again, like you say, all eyes are going to be on Cade Klubnik. This is his team now. He is going to be expected to turn around an offense that has vastly underperformed for 2 consecutive seasons and got an offense that has got less than stellar quarterback play, and that's probably putting it nicely. Expectations are going to be high. Well, we'll see how he handles it.
I am searching through the Rolodex here and thinking of all the top quarterbacks I can come up with over the last 5 to 10 years in college football, and many of them got started right away, were on the field, got thrown into the fire, but had a little bit of time, like a Deshaun Watson, had a half a season to sit back and get going. Trevor Lawrence even, and he would probably be the best example I can come up with right out of the gate as a guy that got thrown in pretty early, but still it was 3 or 4 games before he was given the number 1 spot. Justin Fields had time at Georgia just over and over. Even Bryce Young was a redshirt freshman. He had that full redshirt season, through passes in meaningless games the year before. So everybody's had kind of a ramp up. And so we need to take it easy on Cade Klubnik. He went into some high weight, high leverage positions last year against the likes of Notre Dame and Syracuse trailing. So there's a lot there, and a lot, even though I know people are excited about Chris Vizina, again, hold back on, the expectations of what he should be ready for right now. There's a lot to take in there.
Yeah. Absolutely. Some guys need more time than others. That's we've seen it over and over throughout the years. And I think Chris Vizina has all the tools, all the intangibles to be a very good quarterback at the Power 5 level. I just think he's a guy that's going to need a year. Just watching him, a little bit we got to watch a practice during the spring, watching him in the spring game. I just think he's going to be a guy that needs a little bit of time to adjust and acclimate, maybe to the speed of the game. Those things take time. But I think he's going to be very good. I think he's probably not quite as polished coming out of high school as Klubnik was. And we all saw Klubnik needed a little bit of time. So it's not unusual. I think the coaching staff, if they have their way, would prefer to redshirt Vizina this year. Dabo Swinney talked about it a little bit during the spring. We'll see if they're able to do that. But I think if they have their way, that's what's going to happen.